There's a quiet kind of heartbreak that doesn't come from loss. It comes from chasing people who were never meant to stay. For years, I was the one who gave too much, tried too hard, and held on too long. I believed love meant effort, even when the effort was one-sided. I believed understanding meant waiting, even when I was the only one standing still. And one day, after another unanswered message and another hollow apology, I realized something that changed everything. I wasn't chasing love. I was chasing my own worth in other people's eyes. It took me years to see it. I used to pride myself on being the loyal one, the person who never gave up on anyone. Friends, lovers, family. I stayed long after my heart knew it was time to leave. I thought walking away meant failure. I thought distance meant betrayal. But the truth is, sometimes holding on hurts more than letting go. I remember one night, sitting in my car after another argument that ended the same way, me apologizing for things I didn't do, just to keep the peace. Rain tapped on the windshield like it was trying to remind me of something. And I finally said out loud, "Why am I the only one fighting for this?" The silence that followed was the answer I'd been avoiding. There was a friend I once loved like family. We were inseparable, or so I thought. I was there for every crisis, every heartbreak, every 2 a.m. phone call. But when it was my turn to fall apart, the line went quiet. No call, no text, just absence. And I learned something painful that day. People who only show up when you were strong are not your people. Real love doesn't vanish when you're weak. Then came the relationship that taught me the rest of the lesson. He was charming, confident, everything I thought I wanted. But loving him felt like running uphill with no finish line. I gave everything, my time, my energy, my peace, and in return, I got just enough attention to keep me from leaving. I remember sitting across from him at dinner, laughing at a joke I didn't find funny, pretending everything was fine. But inside, I was exhausted. I was tired of proving I was enough for someone who never intended to choose me. That night, something inside me broke. But in that breaking, something else began to bloom. A few days later, I took a walk through a park near my apartment. It was late afternoon, the sky painted with orange and gold. I watched a group of kids running freely across the grass, laughing, completely unbothered by who was watching. And it hit me. Once upon a time, I was like that. I didn't chase approval or attention. I just existed, freely and fully. Somewhere along the way, I had forgotten how to belong to myself. So I started small. I stopped checking who viewed my stories. I stopped reaching out first to people who never reached back. I stopped explaining myself to those committed to misunderstanding me. It wasn't easy. At first, the silence was unbearable. The phone didn't buzz as often. The invitations slowed down. I thought maybe I had made a mistake. But as the noise faded, I started to hear something I hadn't heard in years. My own voice. There's something beautiful about solitude once you stop fearing it. I started going to coffee shops alone, taking long walks without music, cooking dinner just for me. I learned what I liked, what I didn't, what I wanted, and what I would never settle for again. And little by little, I realized the people who were meant to be in my life didn't need chasing. They just showed up. They met me halfway. They matched my energy without me having to shrink or beg for it. I think the turning point came one morning when I stood in front of the mirror and whispered, "I choose you." Not to anyone else, but to myself. And in that moment, I felt something shift. The love I had been so desperate to receive from others began to grow inside me. I didn't need constant validation anymore. I didn't need to be chosen because I had already chosen me. That decision changed everything. I started setting boundaries, not as walls, but as doors with locks I controlled. I learned that saying no wasn't rude, it was sacred, and I stopped mistaking attachment for love and attention for connection. The people who truly cared stayed, not because I begged them to, but because they wanted to. And the ones who didn't? They simply made room for peace to take their place. Looking back now, I realize I wasn't losing people. I was losing the versions of myself that begged for love instead of embodying it. I was shedding the layers of approval, the fear of being left behind, the habit of overgiving to the wrong hands. And beneath all that, I found something solid. A quiet kind of confidence that doesn't need chasing. So if you're watching this, and you're tired of feeling like you're the only one trying, please hear me. You don't have to keep proving your worth. The people who truly see you will never make you beg to be seen. You are not hard to love. You've just been offering your heart to people who don't know what to do with something real. The day I stopped chasing people was the day I found peace. The day I chose myself was the day I stopped needing permission to be enough. And I promise you, once you choose yourself fully, life begins to choose you back in ways you never imagined. If this story reached you, give it a like. Share it with someone who's learning to let go, and subscribe to Legacy Alive for more stories that speak to the soul. Tell me in the comments, what moment made you realize you were done chasing and ready to choose yourself? Because one day you'll look back and realize, losing people wasn't the loss. Losing yourself was. And choosing you was how you finally came home.